If you're using a recruitment agency to fill your vacant roles or role, you should use one recruiter exclusively or retained only, not contingent. Don't use multiple different recruitment agencies to fill one or a few of your roles. Here's why. So use them exclusively. What I mean by that is give your role to only one recruiter and one recruiter only. Somebody you trust, somebody you feel is competent, somebody who's pitched their proposition or their value really well to you. And you know what? I'm going to give you these roles and give them to you only. That way, the recruiter knows 100%, right, I'm going to get paid here if I find the right person. This client's giving me 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, whatever your agreed upon timing is. I'm going to put all 100% of my effort into filling this role. The other way to do it is retain. So retain meaning pay the recruiter up front, you know, a third of the fee, whatever it is, half of the fee. And once they find the right person for you at the end of the recruitment process, then you pay them the rest. Again, it's just giving the recruiter 100% confident that the client's using nobody else but me. So I'm going to give 100% effort on finding the best possible candidate that I can find for this particular role. If you give your role to multiple different recruitment agencies, let's say you use 2 or even 3, but for argument's sake, let's say you use 2. As a recruiter, you know what, I'm going to put 50% of effort into this because the client is giving me 50% of the effort from their side, right? So it just becomes a game of speed as opposed to a game of quality. I know if there's other recruitment agencies that the client's working with, I better be really quick with finding the right candidate. And if I come across a 6 or a 7 out of 10, as opposed to a 9 or a 10 out of 10, you know what? I'm going to send that 6 or 7 out of 10 because I better get somebody in front of this client quickly, because they might find somebody else somewhere else. And I guarantee you that other recruiter is thinking the exact same thing. So you're putting yourself at a massive risk where all the recruiters you're using are going to send you a 6 or a 7 out of 10, an average person. And especially if you're recruiting salespeople or recruiters, they're really good at interviews. So that 6 or a 7 out of 10 becomes a 9 or a 10 out of 10 in your eyes because they're really good. And the recruiter's going to upsell them as well to get their fee. It's just a recipe for disaster. I think quality of candidates being presented when you're using multiple different recruitment agencies is just poor because it's a game of speed, speed, speed as opposed to quality. When you give your role to one particular recruiter, it's giving me full 100%, not just me, any recruiter you use, it's giving them 100% confidence, right? They're using no one else, they trust me, I need to deliver here. I need to be fast, but effective, efficient, quality fast. Not fast just to send someone because they're using somebody else as well. Quality candidate. I need to find a 9 or a 10 out of 10 in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, whatever it is the agreed timeline that you're going to use that particular recruiter exclusively as well. The other reason you don't want to give your role to multiple different recruitment agencies, I mean, you're wasting your time. You're having to give that brief to 3 or 4 or 5 different recruitment agencies. That's at least half an hour, 45 minutes. That's a waste of your time. The other reason as well is you've got 3 or 4 recruitment agencies filling your role. The branding issue for your brand becomes a massive mistake, a red flag, because multiple different recruitment agencies are pitching your brand, your role. Who knows how they're pitching it? It becomes a game of Chinese whispers. One might say something, the other might say, a candidate might come across the same recruiter pitching them the same role but differently. It's just not a good look for your brand. So I can't stress this enough. If you're going to use a recruitment agency, give your faith, give your efforts, give your trust to one particular recruiter only, either exclusively or on a retained basis. And I guarantee you that recruiter will work a lot harder and be a lot better in finding the right candidate for you than they would if you gave that role to multiple different recruitment agencies.